that's the acrylic with the varnish. Look what you get with that. You see that? And then we have these little drawings, which are not little drawings, very powerful drawings.
She says a lot with a little.
Right. And so the little bit that she's saying is because it's with her heart.
Yeah.
Everything here is done with her heart, right? And this is a very personal, I mean, just like Kara, she's wide open here. And this is something very intimate that she's willing to let other people see. And the personal journey is such that, you know.
I meant to do that. I didn't like that one.
There's no way around this. Alright, so here we go. Right. That's fine. I mean, part of it is like not being too sensitive about it, but these studies over here, we're basically trying to scale up and bring them up to here. And these studies over here, we've scaled them out, she has, to here. And then when we get to here, we're still in the zone, kind of in the zone, and then we lose it here in translation. Okay, so what happens? What happened between there?
She thought about it too much.
She thought about it too much. But what happened is her body came in and started dictating the flow of the paintings. Now, when you work something to this size, you're basically doing something like this. It's very delicate. The movement is like this. When you start to work this way, now your body's in there. And if your body has resistance, you're going to feel the resistance in the drawing, right? We pointed this out. Okay, if I'm wrong, just correct me, please. So we jumped from here, and I said, we're going to work with varnishes. The other thing is, she was working this way. You were kind of like this, right? And so she was like this. Look how limiting this was, right? This is very
That's
limiting.
not this one over here.
Which is this one over here. So she had this like this, and then and I could see it. I could see in the stroke, it's like, you really have to pull it up. So I said, we're going to take a canvas, we're going to put color varnish on it, and we're going to emulate these nuances. You see these beautiful, beautiful nuances over here? See how it's dark, and then it's light, and then it's dark.
Yes.
Beautiful, right?
Yes.
So let's reproduce that here. And so the only thing that she had to do is change her stance to this. And so she has this going on. See? Now, okay? Now you can paint like this, which it doesn't matter.
As soon as I stood up, it changed.
As soon as she did that, it changed everything. The
It flows.
It flows. The entire thing changed. So I said, stop here. Today we're going to put 2 coats of varnish. And then we're going to take your paint, and you're going to paint with the varnish on top of your 2 layers of varnish. So we're going to see what's going to come out of that, okay? But my point being is that, okay, here's the stance that I suggested, okay? And here's the stance that I had suggested, but her muscle memory, it was almost like it just obliterated out of her mind. She didn't go there. Look at how stiff that is, right? And look at here where you can actually tell the movement of her body. You can actually see where she was moving. You see that? You can actually see the movement of the body. So you really have to get into this mode. This is for all of you. Is when you're painting, you saw me paint, like the body moves with the brush. The body moves with the brush, okay? Or the brush moves with the body, actually, and you just allow it to flow, make it take the direction that it needs to take. And so you start to get these beautiful, nuanced movements, and push and pull and push and pull, kind of like a willow tree where you have these beautiful willows just kind of dangling. Let that happen by itself naturally. So this is her challenge. Part of the challenge is being able to take these sort of the nuances and the delicateness of what's going over there and translating it to something like this. Now, my options and what I've offered, you can take some paper that is Arches watercolor paper, satin finish, which doesn't have too much texture. Put 2 or 3 layers of varnish on top of that, the minimized varnish. And then what you're doing is you're sealing the paper, and then it's almost like you're painting on glass. And you're going to get that transparency. Okay? So that could probably bring her, we're chasing after that. That's what we're chasing after. That's in large format. That is a project.